Today we're going to be talking about 7 mistakes we've all made and can make that make us look a little frumpy, a little unbecoming, but are super easy to correct. Now some of these might be things that you might be like, these are common sense, super easy, and some of these might be things that might be like light bulb moments that you go, oh, why didn't I think about that? So 7 quick, easy, let's shoot through them, and hopefully one of these resonates with you. And stay tuned to number 7, which is probably my biggest tip and my biggest pet peeve. First one I'm going to talk about is pants that are too long or too short, depending on the shoes you're wearing. Now, we all have jeans or pants that we wear that we love, but we have to think about the shoes we are wearing with them. I sometimes do this as well. I have a pair of pants that I love and I want to wear them, but it doesn't always work with the pair of shoes that I want to wear at the time. So we have to stop and think, where am I going? What shoes am I wearing? Am I wearing a pair of flats? Am I wearing a pair of heels? Am I wearing a boot or bootie? And where is that going to hit with the pair of pants or jeans that I plan to wear? Because if I'm going to be wearing a pair of flats, I want the pants to be able to hit so that the pants are not dragging on the floor. Because when I'm wearing a pair of pants that are dragging on the floor, that looks very frumpy, it looks very unbecoming, it looks as if I didn't put effort into my outfit. I just threw on whatever was there and I was okay with it dragging behind and looking messy. So you want to make sure that you have the correct pair of pants, jeans, whatever on. So you want it to hit at the right area and is not dragging. The same being said, if you put on a pair of heels, you don't want to have on a pair of pants or jeans that sit too short and all you see is too much ankle or too much of your foot and it looks like the jeans or pants are too short, because then it looks like you got the wrong size of whatever you are wearing. So you want to make sure that whatever you are wearing is hitting you at the proper length. Sometimes does that mean that you need to have 2 pairs of pants or jeans in different lengths? Unfortunately, that does. But if you wear different things for different occasions, you might have to do that. Is it a pain? Yes. But if you know you like a certain, like I love a straight leg jean. So I know that I need to have 2 pairs of straight leg jeans in 2 different lengths in the color I like. Now I know also that in a black, like kind of coated denim, that I really only wear those with a pair of heels. So I'm okay in only having those in a longer length. But when I have kind of more of a true blue denim, I need that color in 2 different lengths. But maybe in a distressed pair or a lighter wash, I only need those in the shorter length because I'm only going to wear those with a flat. I'm not wearing a distressed pair with a heel. So that kind of might give you a little bit of an idea of how you don't need every color or every style and every length. So just think about those when you're creating your wardrobe or looking into what styles and lengths you need of different pants or jeans. Number 2, always wearing black shoes. I know black shoes are easy. We all own black shoes. Black shoes are probably the easiest thing to own in your wardrobe because they go with the majority of the things we own. However, always wearing black shoes with everything tends to look a little bit like you don't care because it's not putting a lot of effort in. If you're wearing a shoe that maybe isn't a caramel color or even in a nude, or it doesn't have to be anything crazy, right? It doesn't have to be a color, it doesn't have to be a print, just something that is a little bit different. It could be a chocolate brown, it could be a navy, it could be anything other than a black. Just something that has a little bit of something to it shows that you put in a little bit more effort. Other than a black, honestly, a nude pump, a nude shoe. I mean, I personally love a red shoe. Like, I think a red shoe puts a lot of statement into something and can go with so many different things. This sweater I have on, I could wear this with a pair of jeans and a red shoe, and that creates such a statement. It might be too much of a statement for you, and that's okay. But again, this sweater with a pair of jeans and a nude pump, a nude flat, any of those things, that just shows that you put a little bit more something into it. A black shoe goes with this great too, but a black shoe is very simple and very easy and just doesn't show a lot of thought. Whereas those other shoes just shows that you put a little bit more thought into it and creates a little bit different of a thought process for the person looking at your outfit. Number 3 is the outdated cold shoulder tops. And I still see these, and I feel like I see them still for like date night tops. And I get it, because people feel like it's something different and it's showing a little bit of skin, but there are so many more flattering and sexier shirts out there, to be honest with you, because the cold shoulder top, and I get it, it's still sold on like Amazon and places like that, and it just looks outdated. It looks a little bit, because it's outdated, it makes it look a little bit frumpy, especially those ones with like little ruffles around it. It's not flattering. And there's so many beautiful tops out there made of materials that aren't probably polyester, and they're just so many better options. There's beautiful ones with just, there's halter tops, there's pretty ones that have even like sheer details to them. Let me know if you guys would like to see a video on maybe just like date night top options, maybe, because they don't have to be that to be sexy. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Like, it doesn't have to be what it is. I don't know. I just find that interesting, because that is when I feel like I tend to see it. I don't see it like during the day or at school or things like that. I tend to see it at night when I'm out to dinner or things like that, which I find interesting. Number 4, on the opposite side of that, is shapeless, boxy clothes that hide your body, which is frumpy and very unbecoming on most people, because when it's super boxy, it makes you look larger. And I get it. Some people feel as if when they're high, if they don't feel their best, if you're not at your best weight, and if when we just, especially as we're in our 40s and 50s and we're holding our weight in our midsection after we've had kids, or as we're going through perimenopause, menopause, all of those things as we get older, and we just hold our weight differently and we gain our weight differently and our bodies are changing, we don't feel like we're the same in our bodies. It is harder to dress our bodies, but by wearing very boxy and oversized clothing and hiding our bodies actually make us look worse than if we wear, and when I say fitted clothes, I do not mean skin tight clothes, right? This sweater looks like it's a little bit oversized, right? But it actually goes in and it's more cropped. So it starts out larger, but then it goes in. So it's a little bit fitted and it tapers in at my waist, which is by no means my skinniest part, but it's not like skin tight. It just goes in a little bit. And that way it gives me a look of a little bit of dimension. And with that, it is more flattering, which in turn, even though it's not super skin tight, it's not boxy, so it gives a little bit of a look of dimension, which creates a little bit more flattering of a look. All right, number 5, athletic shoes with jeans. And you might be saying, Lisa, sneakers are on trend with jeans and with skirts and all of that. I get that. I am talking about athletic sneakers. Like my Nike Air Max 270s are not going to be worn with my jeans or my skirts. If you want to wear a pair of sneakers, by all means do that. But wear a pair of fashion sneakers. And again, by no means do these need to be a $500 pair of sneakers. Like my Frankie 4s are probably one of my favorite pairs of, they don't have any logos on them. They're very plain, they are simple. Adidas Sambas, like they have more of a logo to them, but like a fashion sneaker, a ballet flat, something like that is what you should be wearing with a jean, with a skirt, something like that. Something that has a style to it. Do not wear an athletic sneaker with a jean. It gives you that look of back in the 80s and probably early 90s of that mom jean, that frumpy, again, unbecoming, kind of like just not flattering look, you know, and we all lived through it already. Like, find a way to make it look like you are putting effort into it. A fashion sneaker, a ballet flat is a great way to go about that. Number 6, outdated jeans, denim, whatever word you like to use for it. And I know, guys, this is tough. And that means right now, skinny jeans, kind of distressed denim. It has seen its day. It's not as big right now. If you are going to wear distressed denim, make sure it's just a few little bits of distressed denim, either a raw hem or like maybe one little strategic distressed area, not like crazy holes all over the place, not holes on the pockets, the back of the jeans, like just a little distressing, like maybe at a jean, not like bedazzled pockets. It's just these trends right now, although, trust me, I own so many pairs of skinny jeans. And I love distressed jeans, but I also love them. I will say this, I love a distressed jean more in the summer. I don't know, it's something about, because most distressed jeans are lighter colored. I had to push my skinny jeans to the back of my closet. I know that because they are not in right now. I have heard rumblings of them making their way back, so stay tuned on that. But I have had to I haven't worn like overly distressed jeans in a long while. So most of mine only have a few little distressed areas here or there, but I'm very strategic on when I wear them. And I'm very strategic on what I wear them with. I wear them with more classic styled things so they don't look distressed jeans with like a sloppy sweatshirt and like a golden goose distressed sneaker. You know what I mean? I might wear it with like a ballet flat and like a nice sweater or like a blazer. Like I'm very strategic on how I wear a distressed denim if I wear it, and it's a very lightly distressed denim. I do have a few pairs of maybe a raw hem denim, but again, I'm not gonna wear that with like a golden goose sneaker. I'm gonna wear it with more of a clean line fashion sneaker or a ballet flat or a heel or something like that, or a booty. So I'm very careful about how I wear that. Denim that has gone out of style can skew very kind of outdated or frumpy, unbecoming, because it can make you look very dated, which then makes you look frumpy and like you don't care or you're not trying. Number 7, this is probably my biggest pet peeve and tip I can give you, is poorly fitting bras or ones that do not have good support. And by no means do I mean you have to have underwire and push-up bras and all that stuff we had in the 90s, right? That were uncomfortable and like dug in and you were like, it was so bad. But I do mean that wearing that sports bra-esque, you know, the ones that are like those, like, what were they? oh, I don't even remember what they were called, but like the ones that have no support to them, have no padding to them, have no, like, literally, we're all there, right? The girls are not where they used to be. And you cannot wear the bras that have no support anymore. You need something that hold them where they need to be, or should have been, or used to be. Let's say it that way. And I see so many people, especially during sweater season, because sweaters are very telling. Because I feel like more in the summer, or when you're wearing a blouse, it's not as noticeable. When you're wearing a sweater, if your boobs look like they're down here, because when we're wearing something like this, they can look very low. It's very telling when you're wearing a sweater, especially in the fall and winter. If you do not have a good bra on, it is very noticeable. So make sure you don't have to go. Victoria's Secret, by the way, too, as we were getting older, that used to be when we were in the 90s, that was where you went to get fitted for a good bra. No, they do not. No, they don't. Go to Soma, go to Nordstrom, go to someone that can fit you properly for a good bra that doesn't have to have an underwire. To be honest with you, 90% of my bras are from Soma. I like one. Oh, I'll have to put a picture in here somewhere. I don't know. It's one, it doesn't have an underwire, but it has like these 2 layers. I don't know how it does it. It has support, but it also has an option to become like a razorback or a regular one. I don't know. It's super comfortable. It's always the one I buy. I love it. It is so good. And it gives good support. And it's just, they are just the best ones I found. It's the one I like. But I went in and got fitted properly. That's all I could say. Make sure you have a good fitting bra and you are fitted properly and the girls are where they should be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and found some tips out of this that you found helpful, and I hope you have a great weekend.